Here's Kevin Harlan.
My stupid self ain't have audio on, man. Hey.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves. And DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Well, we're getting into the grinded-out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know when I was a rookie, it happened for me probably after about the 40th game or so, and I just was flat. I was still putting up decent numbers, but I just felt flat. Felt lethargic. And then all of a sudden, after a week and a half or so, it just kind of went away, and I finished that rookie season strong. So every rookie's different. Some rookies never hit the wall, Kevin, but most do in some form or fashion.
And teams are all on top of this, aren't they? I mean, they know there's a chance it's going to happen, so they prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's rare when a rookie doesn't hit it, but for some it might be an extended wall. For others, it might be a short wall.
Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Bronx. We've got DeMarcus Cousins out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Anthony, and it's Griffin in at the 4. And there's the pass to Carmelo. Back to Paul. Pass to Griffin. Cousins against Gobert.
That's a mismatch.
Cousins, no good. Looking at the last game for the Bronx, it was a loss to the Hornets. Mitchell against Hardaway.
Easy.
Good tee by
Why is there so many misses, man? No one can make a bucket.
I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right
like
up on it.
10 shots, almost.
Griffin kicks
no
to
one made
Paul.
one yet.
Pass to Cousins.
Oh my God.
Kicks it out to Paul.
Three. Oh my God.
With the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 4 here, still looking for their first win.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Rick Cruz. Cruz got messed up, man.
And so here's the home team. Still without a basket in the game. Rondo finds DeRozan. Pocket 6. Over Anthony.
DeRozan. Oh my God, Jokic only the bucket, please.
3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Gobert against Cousins.
There's a whole lot of missed shots, man. Nobody can make anything.
Here's
Please.
Griffin.
Oh my God.
Had a chance though to take the lead.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
This is actually sad.
Goodbye, Hardaway. Rondo looking around. Over Paul. Rondo, good.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
The Bronx, they've gone 0-5 here to start the game. Good start for them. Timeout called here, the first for the Bronx. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
Y'all, everyone missed like 5 shots.
You give up
like
this many points at the line,
I think.
makes it a lot easier for the opposition.
All right, now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Cousins dishes to Carmelo.
Oh yeah, Melo.
Ball against Rondo.
This game is just nothing.
Now here's Paul.
Block.
Defense right on him, and they're able to recover. And
Thank
that one's
you.
good. Cousins.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Rondo passes to Ibaka. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, that's
1 for 7, 2 for 5. What is this garbage?
They still found a way to come away with the hoop.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive.
Dang, that's what you do with defensive. Say you got DeMar and
still
Chris.
has great
Make it like, oh, mismatch.
shots, but
They needed
not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release and elite score.
And that one misses. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as dominant as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooters.
Now, here's the
3.
He had 10 points in the win against New York.
And, you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Now Conley, after Westbrook's missed 3.
Okay, Wiggins.
Here's Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Back to Anthony.
Melo.
And another miss by the Bronx. McCollum kicks to Siakam. And that one is hammered home.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well.
There's been too many misses, man. Look at the score.
It's tipped.
Still, you know.
DeRozan with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Good dunk on, kid.
That's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an
team is this?
And this guy looks like Greg creating havoc out there.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous
They're taking off now.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Wiggins following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Adding layers to his game over time. The more Wiggins looks to score inside, the more versatile he'll become.
Outside Westbrook.
Step back. Oh, he ain't shoot it. Oh,
DeRozan
snap.
in the corner. Pass to Valanciunas. Good.
Okay, Val.
Here's DeRozan picking up the assist. Valanciunas has got his first points of the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know, nothing makes a coach happier than
I feel like one of the dislikes
on the
is cool.
basketball court.
Oh, still. Never. Oh, we got it back though. Dunk it. Dunk it. Ah!
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And so it's the home team in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense.
I like this Westbrook.
And don't go away. We'll be right back.
I yelled at Westbrook in practice.
Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
Man, Westbrook did that all the time.
It's an obsession
He'd be great,
with him, and you can
but he
see how
doesn't.
hard he gets after it every time.
Lock up Westbrook. Let's get it. West bucket.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin
who
on
is
the
this
scoreboard,
Bombers
but
team, bro?
plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here.
Easy.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean,
Bronx
they
getting
play with
raped right
a bit of
now.
edge and nastiness.
So on the floor for the Bronx, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Ball. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot.
Look him.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Wiggins going to work.
Guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16.
A lot of offense. Rocco, bang.
His drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment.
Where TLD at?
Tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. From 12 feet out, rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum, and that's good off the glass that time. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense.
They need that.
To drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Timeout called, the Bronx. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys Hall of Famers and distinguished not just in what they did in high school, in college, and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Rondo kicks to Valanciunas.
Another Adidas.
Back to Rondo.
Right.
Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Waka against Griffin.
Panthers may rush it guard
there, not
or
for
good.
the pass,
Wow,
but for the solid
screen
screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
To the middle. Here's
Back door.
And DeRozan.
It dunked it.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love.
Man, keep the dislikes coming. Come on, give me 4, give me 5.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then
Like,
capitalizing with no real problem at all.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Oh, yeah, I got 5 dislikes. Let's get it.
Blake Griffin.
Woo!
Averaging about 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And while the numbers are decent,
come on, Rondo.
I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distraction and get back to being the star that he is.
To the middle.
Oh, snatch that. I would have thought that was going to be a lob.
And in the second
running down, they
a
throw
little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Okay.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Cousins finds Griffin.
Boy, you can miss a layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
The pass to DeRozan.
Look him. He's washed.
Just 5 on the clock.
Oh,
shoots
block.
Griffin, and Griffin sends it back. He feeds it to Paul.
Oh my God. Yo, this game has been sloppy. The amount of turnovers is crazy.
Mitchell against Hardaway.
This might be the highest turnover game.
And here's Rondo. He's got 6. Shoots
okay, Rondo.
Griffin,
okay.
And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
It says I only have 5 dislikes. I need more. We got 10 viewers and it was popping. This game has been sloppy. I tell you that.
1:27 left to play in the first.
Oh yeah,
half.
DeMar. Left hand.
DeRozan's shot is off. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Bronx.
The Bronx have been
trail
looking
by
like
18.
garbage.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. Yeah, very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
And that
Okay,
one's
Wiggins.
good. Wiggins.
And for Wiggins to take another step forward, he must improve as a shooter. So this is good to see.
I need him dislike
Now
though.
Mitchell, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Inside.
Oh.
And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist.
He's
by
too
Mitchell.
little.
Ibaka's got his second basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Oh, that's all right.
Here's
Mid range.
Nice
Chris
feed
Paul,
from
what's going
DeRozan.
on, man?
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning.
Yo,
to get
putting
after
DeRozan
that
on
shot.
Did a
CP3
good
really
job
dumbing him
guarding the
down.
mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Outside for Rondo.
That was a good defensive set right there. That's smart.
5 on the clock.
Oh, Euro.
That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a
Turtle
strong
with a
4 for
bucket.
6.
And how about the concentration there by Rondo? Always got the antenna up when he's near the basket.
Oh, man.
Wiggins inside the line.
Okay.
And that one's on target from the wing. Wiggins has got 7 points for the quarter. And so it's the home team out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Yeah, Bronx looking like some garbage.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other. And we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Oh, man. This game
It's the 2K Sports
not
halftime
going like
show.
I thought it was going to go.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, some perspective, please.
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical
look at
to
his
the
dunk.
tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've
Mid-range.
got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the physical.
He's already getting locked up by
Well, they gave him
DeRozan.
too many good looks. You look at the
That
field goal
defense,
percentage
that
against
setting
them,
you
this
put in there
tells
was
the whole story.
smart.
Not enough activity defensively.
Should've did
Not
that some
enough
other
disruption,
games.
Ernie. Like, can you
You
disrupt
know,
me all the time?
5 to 1
Not enough
steals, 9
disruption.
and 4 to assists. Rebounds almost the same, but field goal is just different.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
One man shot. Yeah. Show me the moves, boy. Oh, y'all already know what time it is. Fight, man. Yeah.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second.
I doubt it.
Andrew Wiggins really making a difference here.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort.
I like how it's not showing me how many
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he
comments
is
I'm
on the
getting on the
floor
stream,
either,
though.
Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
Get
The
to
Bronx
it.
trails by 17. They've got McCollum, also Rajon Rondo out there, DeRozan out there with
Lay.
and it's Siakam in the power forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer.
I'm doing the Cougars game next. We already have it set up. Cougars moved up the next. I already have it set up. Y'all could be third, though.
Cousins against DeRozan.
Oh, go on me. I'll take this one.
Over Anthony makes the
Somebody
most of
slow
the
them
100%
down.
shot. McCollum's got 6.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Here's Cousins, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yes, sir.
He's got 6.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Oh, give me that steal.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins.
That man CP3 still locked up. He will.
I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back.
If the Panthers blow this lead, they got to delete the team or something. They got to blow it up.
Kuzma's checked in.
Pump fake.
Here's Cousins.
Yes.
Banked in off the glass.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
At least NBA T. Chris Paul doesn't get injured.
Injury, never an easy one to come back from.
As I'm talking about it.
It's true, but fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork.
Y'all don't got to lead. Y'all don't got to lead, but man, if y'all blow this lead, that's just sad.
The same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Timeout called, the Bronx. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have
someone to drop 30,
and
man.
lead peace for the next decade. I mean,
there's
no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. The Players Association and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good, but that's a team effort by all involved.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Here's Cousins.
Baby the paint.
And
he been missing layups all day.
Defensive effort. DeRozan passes to Ibaka.
Oh, good fast
and
break.
that one drops for him. Ibaka's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Ball against McCollum. Pass to come. Right side inside. And another miss by the Bronx.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And DeRozan kicks to Rondo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Rod's making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in.
Close entry pass.
Here's Ibaka.
Baby and fake.
The bucket. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Conley dishes to Whiteside.
Go in there. Slide that thing.
He's been up and in off the pretty assist.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Didn't Shams put y'all at the bottom of the Didn't Shams put y'all at the bottom of the power rankings this week?
Got 8.
Oh man, DeRozan, his interior game worthy of much respect. When he gets the ball in a good spot, he goes to work.
Goes up on the wing, and it's good off the glass. And 11 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Taking a look at the Bronx, they're sitting pretty.
Dang, Miami is a cool
message
to take the top spot.
6.5 games behind them.
Wait, Tribe got blown out worse?
And
look at the steal. Dunk it.
And Wiggins throws it down.
DeRozan got dunked
Tell you what,
on.
Kevin, somebody came to play
DeRozan got
and compete
dunked on.
tonight. Wiggins has been bagging his groceries all game long.
Conley against Rondo.
Oh, come on, Westbrook. Give me some, Westbrook.
Here's Westbrook.
No.
Rolling around and rims out. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Anthony's checked in for the Bronx.
Andrew Wiggins playing hard. Man got 13.
Whiteside finds Conley. Over McCollum. Conley gets the bucket.
He's still going.
Conley's got his first basket.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Imagine watching football.
Here's Westbrook.
Oh, watch football. I ain't watched football this season. I was not interested.
Valanciunas with the ball, and it's
oh my
good
God.
off the back rim and in. Valanciunas has got his second bucket tonight. Conley surveying the D. In the corner, it's Whiteside.
Shoot that thing.
Back to Conley.
Give it to Melo. Give it to Melo. Give it to Melo.
Clock at 6.
What the?
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Oh, what's going
So when he has the ball outside like that, that's the opportunity they need to play on.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
He got Westbrook playing in the clutch too.
Back to Conley.
Like, that's crazy. Last couple of minutes Westbrook gonna be in. That's dangerous. That's game throwing type of dangerous.
Over McCollum.
Oh, good pass.
Here's Whiteside. Lays
Okay,
it
Whiteside.
in without an inch of room around him. And here's McCollum. He's got 8. He kicks it to Westbrook.
Oh, come on, Westbrook.
And it's
Oh, he's a bucket. Oh, my gosh, he's a bucket.
McCollum.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The
Maybe difficult. It's going to be super difficult.
leading by 17.
Westbrook.
And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway.
21-0 run is probable. I would not be surprised if it happened. They need different
And it's
right
time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Get to it.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for the Bronx. Griffin is out there with Anthony. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Paul in at the
point. That was a bad shot, but you got 5, so it don't matter.
And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the
detail
of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive team is not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and lock into what you're trying to get done defensively.
What this dude? He's coming in the league and starts firing it up.
Continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Paul goes in over Mitchell. A shot by Paul, no good.
They can't get anything to drop, bro. Chris Paul having a cold now. You see what happened with that? You see what
has been.
I'll give that steal though.
Yeah, you look across the board. It's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. You know, I think he's been a steady, reliable option so far, but it's not enough. They need him to take charge, be more assertive on the offensive end.
And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
The big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Game 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in game 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
What?
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up.
Come on,
Officials
ref.
on the call with the foul. No good on the free throw. And he's
That's one of the
second. And it's the Bronx with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
I think the three-point shot is one of Paul's deadliest weapons.
Yeah, ball don't
You got
lie.
to chase him off the line.
Rondo passes to Siakam. And
Oh, my
contact on the
God.
shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That free throw, no good.
Ball don't lie. Well, he
Barry's
kinda got
checked in
fouled,
for
yeah.
Jonas Valanciunas.
He just can't shoot.
Good on the second free throw.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game
There it
has
is.
helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA
Oh, they
season.
low-key coming back.
And the
They getting
instincts from the
within 10.
veteran point guard, Chris Paul,
They don't
has
think they don't think they have enough time to pull it off.
for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're over.
And the basket by McCollum.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
DeMar
This man
DeRozan.
Cool's
He's
funny,
checked in
bro.
for Donovan Mitchell. Anthony against DeRozan. Passes to Paul.
Mid-range.
He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Hey, man.
And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years, their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could
I miss
see the
Amari
writing
Stoudemire.
on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in the season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete.
Only way they come back is they start banging threes,
Great
play defense, and
balance
get fouled.
Ability, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
Imagine getting bodied by Siakam.
Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the
What
fourth.
an outlet pass. Oh, my
DeMar DeRozan the
God.
bucket on the assist from Covington. That's 10 points for DeMar DeRozan. The Bronx trails by 14. Paul outside,
I mean, if you sell them, that's cool.
and Robert Covington picks up the
Yeah,
foul.
they getting fouled.
That's his first foul. Whiteside's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. To the inside.
Still.
It's stolen
Oh,
by
we going. Come on, Westbrook. I mean, West Bucket. My bad.
Westbrook against Hardaway.
West Bucket. Come on now.
Right side, Westbrook.
Mid-range.
Hardaway, and that one's good. Westbrook.
And look at how quick he was to
Oh,
fight
my
on the
God.
pump. They left his feet way too soon.
Oh, Rocco's at the one.
All up top. DeRozan defending. In by
No!
Whiteside.
Get slammed
He's
on,
just
young man.
always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan,
Man,
it's just a
press.
matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
And a tremendous unleashed chaos replay coming to you courtesy
Chris
of
Paul going
Under
pull up a three.
Armour Overhead.
No, fool. Oh, this is the ball. You got bailed out.
Gains possession. Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Pascal Siakam. The Bronx trails by 14. Hardaway, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively.
This man's really running the one. Look at this.
Textbook
Look at
defense
this
all
bag.
around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling. And that's
Shoot in
how
his
you do
face.
it. Well done.
Shot clock at 6. There's Covington. Good. And it's DeRozan
No one had
picking
him
up the assist.
signed. Like you just signed him out of free agency. Look at that. 4 for 4, 10 points.
Compiling the lead and now building on it.
And that's what you want to
No
do.
one
I mean,
signed him,
you
they
can't
let him go,
let
he's doing
the
this.
opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
And I love that it's been a
that was a nice spin on him.
performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots.
Next game we start to go bare at the one.
Finishing strong.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change play.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and
Gobert's defense has been,
as long as players and coaches are well informed about that, as they talk about it, most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platform to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about.
Dang, look at the bench, man. The bench is dead.
Compartmentalize your life.
This boy's crying, bro.
Issues that are dear to you.
Come on, Westbrook. You thought you were going to get an outlet?
Educate yourself about, get a fast break still? You use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Well, there's a ton of talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings in offense, there's a lot to like.
He sees so much on the floor.
Covington.
I mean, he sees all the flexibility, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround ball off the court, you forget that he's already an elite playmaker.
Look at LeBron dude over there in the stands. That man look disappointed.
Now Westbrook. And
53 to 67.
Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Apparently.
We have to. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball.
Imagine thinking he's an MVP candidate. Get out of here.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Dang, got here. We got dunked on too. Savage. He's the front runner. No, he's not. Giannis is ahead of DeMar, bro. Even on the lose, he dropped 14, 7, and 6. Man almost got a triple-double in 6-minute quarters. Get out of here. And Covington was leading this scoring, by the way. Rondo had 8. Ibaka had 8. Westbrook 7, 3 for 5 shooting. This is a miracle. And his plus-minus was 13. And this man Gobert 6 rebounds. I mean, I want to say 3 rebounds. Is his name pure garbage? Andrew Wiggins with 15. Cousins with 10. Chris Paul had a tough night, 3 for 9. The boy was locking him up. That's crazy. 8 turnovers. 7 turnovers. Both y'all boys couldn't hold on to the ball for nothing. I'm gonna get the Cougars game started. Hold on.